That's nice. All you kids, smart Alex.
Listen, I said I'm sorry. Now, would you let go of my arm?
You got no respect. You think you can go around busting into people and it's okay?
Excuse me. You know, this really wasn't a case of my just running into you. I mean, you helped. You ran into me, too. The half that was my fault, I apologize.
So what you apologize? What about my jacket?
There's no accounting for taste.
You're gonna pay for my jacket.
Excuse me, sir. The young lady asked that you relinquish her arm.
Oh, well, that's all right. I'm fine, thank you.
Oh, it's my pleasure. I'm afraid I must insist. Relinquish her arm.
You want trouble, wise guy?
It is my duty to warn you that I am conversant in the arts of judo and karate. And under the law, I have every...
Oh, yes! You terrible person! Oh, sir, are you all right? What's the matter with you, you crazy person?
People.
Oh, sir, let me help you to your feet. Oh,
He didn't let me finish.
are you all right?
I'll be all right.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
He doesn't realize how close he came to being seriously overpowered.
Oh, I know you could have immobilized him.
But he didn't let me finish.
Excuse me, one side, please.
Oh,
You the guy that's been fighting?
officer, punching is fighting. Being punched is not fighting.
Well, what happened?
Well, there was this commotion, and I saw this small crowd standing around this big guy making a lot of noise about nothing. And he was holding her arm, and he wouldn't let go, and nobody was helping her. So I said to myself, Rudy Klon, it looks like it's going to be up to you to go rescue that girl.
Oh, Rudy, my Rudy!
Look out, Ethel. I'm hurt.
Oh, I can't stand it. Sit down, darling. Put your feet up. You want something cold to drink?
Please, Ethel, I'm sick.
Look what they do to a beautiful person.
Say hello to Anne Marie.
What Anne Marie? Who's Anne Marie?
That's me, Mrs. Clarn. I'm afraid it was all my fault.
Why don't you look where you're driving?
No, you see, what happened was that this man was bothering me, and he wouldn't let me go. But, well, if it wasn't for your husband, I mean, he was just wonderful.
Of course, wonderful. How could he be otherwise?
I mean, everybody else was just standing around watching me be manhandled, but not your husband. I mean, he had so much courage. He just got right up and helped me out.
You picked out a man.
She didn't pick me, Ethel.
No, I didn't pick him.
He just offered to help you out.
That's right.
You weren't immediately attracted.
Please, Ethel. The girl didn't mean anything. She didn't do anything. It was just one of those things.
Sure. Just one of those things that happen across a crowded road.
Not a room, a lobby.
Look, I'm very sorry. I don't know what else to say, except that when we were at the doctor's office, I told him to send me a copy of the bill. So don't worry, I'll pay you back.
Disfigurement, you can't pay back.
No, I realize that.
Destruction, you can't pay back.
Please, Ethel, you're embarrassing me.
Oh, that's all right, Mr. Clarn. I understand what Mrs. Clarn means and how she feels. Believe me, I know you. You can't measure human suffering in dollars and cents.
And a beautiful profile doesn't come a dime a dozen.
Right. Well, look, I have to go. I have to meet somebody at 6 o'clock. We're driving upstate for dinner.
It's 7:15.
You're kidding.
On top of everything else, you're not too prompt.
I
want you to know I've decided to forgive you.
Oh, Donald, that's why you're so lovable.
Because I know you're going to have a perfectly simple explanation for letting me stand for over an hour on the corner of 49th and 7th Avenue.
Yeah, I really do.
During which time I got bumped, jostled, had an attempt made to pick my wallet, and received no less than 2 rather startling proposals.
Yeah? What?
Never mind that. You knew I couldn't wait any longer. You knew I had to go to Tarrytown to cover a story. Where were you?
I'm awfully glad you decided not to be angry, Donald. You see, what happened was, I bumped into this man coming into the lobby. I had all these packages.
Uh-huh.
And boy, did he get mad. Then this other man came over, Rudy, and he said, take your hands off that girl.
What happened?
He let go of me.
Good.
And punched Rudy.
Oh.
Well, it was terrible. Then I had to take him to the doctor's and then back to his house. Boy, does he have a possessive wife.
Somehow I find that reassuring.
He really hates me.
Somehow I find that reassuring.
Anyway, I couldn't help it, Donald. By the time I got there, you were gone.
I see.
So I purposely didn't make myself a good dinner to atone. And tomorrow I'm going to take you to a scrumptious lunch with all the trimmings. You do understand?
No.
But you forgive me anyway?
I decided that before I walked in here.
Now, tell me about all those startling proposals. Good morning, Mrs. Clarn. I brought over a copy of the doctor's bill.
Special delivery is out of order.
Well, no, I just wanted to be prompt about the first payment.
Oh, hello, Anne.
Hello, how are you feeling today, Mr. Clarn?
Oh, much better, thank you.
The mouth says better. The eyes say pain.
I brought my first installment on your medical bill. I hope $5 a week is all right.
You didn't have to do that.
Don't argue. You'll get overheated.
I'm all right.
I'll get you a pillow.
Ethel, I'm standing up. And I'm not gonna take the $5.
Don't argue.
Ethel, can we get this straight once and for all? Anne didn't mean any harm. It was an accident. Right, Anne?
Right, Rudy.
Right, Ann? Right, Rudy. I'm beginning to get this straight once and for all.
Ethel, please.
Mrs. Clarn, you've got to understand that when Mr. Clarn...
Ah, too late. Call him Rudy.
When Mr. Clarn came to my defense, it wasn't for me, the singular me, but for me, the defenseless woman me, representing the whole plural female species.
I don't understand the whole plural female species. I understand a prize like him you try to keep. I understand a prize like him you fight for. I fight for him. He fights for you. Go figure it.
Ethel.
Can I say a word?
Look, I have to change for a luncheon appointment.
I have to go, too. A window washer's work is never done.
Mr. Clarn, here's the installment on the medical bill.
Please, you don't have to do that.
Listen, if that's what Miss Marie, you should excuse me, Anne wants.
It is. So please take it. Thanks for being Sir Galahad. Oh, Rudy!
May I come in for a minute?
Oh, sure.
Look, Anne, I don't want this money.
Well, why not? Oh, please, I insist.
I've got medical insurance, union hospitalization. I'm completely covered.
Well, not for your inconvenience. And the pain.
I didn't do it for profit. And besides, I'd have given it back before, only I didn't want Ethel to see.
She wouldn't want you to return the $5.
It is my belief that Ethel would kill for $5.
She's really crazy about you.
That's the word.
Yeah, it's a nice kind of madness.
Maybe.
Please.
I've got to go. There are 80 million windows in the naked city that are waiting for me to wash. Bye.
Bye. And Rudy, thank you. Oh, Mrs. Clarn.
I can still smell him.
Smell who?
You think I didn't see.
See who?
My Rudy kissing with a half-naked.
I am not half naked, and it was just a thank you kiss.
I'm afraid to ask thank you for what?
Mrs. Clarn, you are making a big mistake.
Mistake? The minute you left, what did he do? Followed right to this house.
Only to return the $5.
$5 nothing. I know a tryst when I see one.
Mrs. Clarn, your husband was only here for 2 minutes.
For Rudy, 2 minutes.
I assure you, he has absolutely no interest in me.
No interest? He put his life on the line for you.
Not his life, exactly. His nose.
Don't split hairs. I won't stand in your way. I yield to the delegate from youth.
Please, don't yield. Listen, would it make you feel any better if I told you I'll never see your husband again?
What? Have him think of you when he's with me? Have him call your name when he's in my arms?
Oh, he wouldn't do that.
Happened already.
He called you Anne?
Called me darling.
You could be darling.
Me? This is the body of darling? I'm going home to pack the few things I brought to the marriage. I don't want to profit.
Mrs. Clarn, you're making a mistake. I don't want your husband, and he doesn't want me. Why don't you ask him who he's in love with? Ask him.
I know what he'll say. Me.
So?
I don't believe him. I'm taking the bus to East St. Louis at the Port Authority bus terminal.
You can't do that.
41st Street on the 9th Avenue side at 5:15.
Oh, my gosh, it's almost 1 o'clock. I'm not even dressed.
Anybody wanted to stop me can find me.
Half an hour late for lunch. Donald's gonna kill me.
Who's Donald?
Donald Hollinger, the man I love, and the man who loves me.
The rich get richer.
Mrs. Clarn, isn't there something I could possibly say to make you change your mind?
Nothing. It's too late for that now. Goodbye.
Wait a minute. What's the name of the bus terminal?
I wrote it down.
Donald, you're here.
Yeah, I'm here, but I'm not talking to you.
Well, we were supposed to eat at Chez Daniel de Romagna.
Yeah, but when you didn't show up at Chez Daniel de Romagna, I got hungry, so I decided to have a hot dog while I was waiting.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, and I waited and I waited and I ate and I ate, and now I'm so full and bloated and ashamed of myself I can't stand it. I'm still angry.
It wasn't my fault.
Well, that's funny. I was sure it wasn't mine.
That Mrs. Clarn, she's so jealous you wouldn't believe it.
Or care?
And she's a little crazy, but it's sort of wonderful.
Wonderful.
Well, I mean, she thinks of their marriage like, I don't know, Romeo and Juliet or Tristan and Isolde.
Well, it's nice to know that someone in the world doesn't live like the catch and jammer did.
I'm sorry, Donald, but I'm gonna make it all up to you tonight. You come over at 6 o'clock, and boy, are you gonna be pampered and spoiled. And am I gonna fix you a meal fit for a king?
Yeah, well, what makes you think I'm going to forgive you that easily?
Oh, because of my knowledge of the perfection of your character, and just plain hope that springs eternal.
How do I know you're even going to be there?
Well, this whole thing is gonna be resolved by 5:15, one way or another.
What?
2 questions. 1, if you had to find a particular window washer in the entire city of New York, how would you go about it? And 2, can I have a bite of your hot dog? I'm starved.
Ah, here it is. Clarn, Rudy, Manhattan, Midtown.
Address working. You got that?
Oh, sure, no problem. He's on a simple run of 4 buildings. 4 West 42nd Street, Union Securities Building, 458 Fifth Avenue, Amalgamated Utilities, 98 Pershing Square, and Clipper Building, Vanderbilt, 41st Street.
Which one of these do you think it is?
You want my honest opinion?
Well, yes.
I haven't the faintest idea.
Rudy Clarn! Do you know a window washer named Rudy Clarn?
$47,925.64.
Excuse me.
$49,117.11.
What is he?
$51,848.
Was there a window washer in here? Oh, I'm awfully sorry if I interrupted you in your work, sir.
$961,000.
Will you just go right ahead and forget that I was even here? Excuse me. Rudy! Rudy, I've got to talk to you.
Ann, what's the matter?
It's your wife.
What did I do now?
Stay there. I'll be right over.
And thus, despite this rather substantial loss, it is our considered opinion that your board of directors need financial relief, and therefore management recommends a yes vote on executive salary raises. Point 2. Stock options for valued employee.
I'm sorry, miss, but there's a meeting going on in here.
Oh, I won't interrupt.
I bet she's that poison pen letter writer from Lawrence, Long Island. Won't you join us? Whether it's 1 share or 1,000,000 shares, it's your company, too.
Oh, well, thank you. Why don't you just go ahead with the meeting? Would you mind if I looked out the window?
Whatever you say.
Psst, Rudy. Psst.
What's up?
It's your wife. She's left you.
Again?
But this time it's for real. Over me, I feel terrible.
Forget it. She never goes.
She's going on the 5:15 to East St. Louis.
It's after 5, and the only possible way I can get there before the bus leaves is to jump.
She loves you, Rudy. She needs you. What is it? What's the matter?
Getting dizzy.
Oh, you better come inside.
Get me a policeman.
You can't reason with her. She makes me crazy.
Try not to get upset.
And get the fire department.
You better come inside.
Wait, let me rest for a moment.
Let him rest.
Rudy, you're running out of time.
That's bad taste.
Somebody call a policeman?
Yes, over here. There he is, out there.
Okay, everybody move back. Now take it easy.
Hello there, fella. How's it going?
Okay, just a little dizzy.
Right. You're gonna be just fine. Just take it easy. Talk to me. Keep talking to me.
Officer, his wife left him.
I know, and it may seem hard to take now, but you'll see you'll make a new life for yourself, and you'll get used to it.
I'm used to it.
It ain't worth it. Nothing's so bad it can't get better.
Officer, excuse me, but time is running out. This man is in a hurry. You're in his way.
Oh, you're all hard.
Excuse me.
Oh, hello, Father. There he is, right on the brink.
Hello there, son. Hello there, Father. Would you like to pray? To tell you the truth, I'm a little dizzy, and I don't think closing my eyes is too good an idea just at the present.
Would you ask him to repeat that? I didn't get the last line.
It's not necessary to take this down.
How are you feeling, Rudy?
Okay now.
All right to come in?
I think so, But I'd better go into another window. I don't want to disturb them.
Come in, son. You're among friends. You'll find in the fullness of time a forgiveness for your faithless wife.
Oh, I forgive her.
Then come in, son. This is not the Catholic way.
I'm Presbyterian.
Come in anyway.
So, I found you. Together, of course.
Ethel, I thought you were at the bus station.
I was. I changed my ticket. I just had to come and tell you what I thought of a husband who doesn't have the common decency to see his wife to the station on the occasion of her leaving him.
I'm sorry. I wanted to.
Listen, lady, he was out there on the ledge.
Mrs. Clorne, nobody ever climbed out a window over me.
Or over me either. He does it for money.
Madam, your husband was that far from destroying himself.
Over me?
Over you. Some men just can't say I love you in the conventional way. See how much he cares for you.
You were going to... For me?
Mrs. Clorne, you win. I couldn't fill your shoes, and he knew that. And life just seemed too unlivable without you.
He wasn't. Were you, Rudy? Were you really? I mean, that I could forgive. That I could live with. But no, you wouldn't.
Well, what was it? Attempted defenestration or simply disturbing the peace?
Rudy, tell him. Admit it.
Well, I guess that when you're a prisoner of love, you try to escape any way you can. Ethel, forgive me.
Oh, forever and always, Rudy.
Okay, take him away.
What do you mean, what away?
To Bellevue for observation. It's a standard procedure in these cases.
You mean you're going to take him away because the idea of losing me was too much for him?
I think you better take her, too.
Oh, now, don't worry, Mrs. Clorne. Bellevue's a wonderful hospital, and they'll let him out in a couple of days.
But in a couple of days, he could meet a gorgeous nurse.
Ethel, I promise. I won't look at any nurses, and I won't let a doctor look at you.
Goodbye. Thank you so much for your help. Thank you very much. Just between you and me, I think you're going way too far with the races and the stock options. Donald? You here, Donald? Hi, Donald. Well, do you realize that you're late?
I do.
Not that I won't forgive you, but I think you do owe me an explanation.
All right. After waiting for you for over 30 minutes, I decided you might be hours late.
Well, I had a very good reason.
So do I. After waiting for you for hours.
Oh, let me tell you the reason why first. You see, what happened is I went over to get Rudy to get him to go to the bus station to stop Ethel from leaving on the 5:15. And before you knew it, for some reason or other, everybody thought Rudy was going to jump.
So I decided to get a newspaper.
And then there was the policeman, the medical corps, the fireman, a priest came. I mean, it was absolutely crazy. And Rudy got dizzy. What are you doing?
I guess the only way to get your attention is to jump.